Hello there, Goony124 here. We are playtesting a game called Phil. This game is within two genre categories. It is in the roguelike genre and it's also in the shoot-'em-up genre. I've already played this once. I did a melee-only run and actually that worked. And speaking of the story of this game, it is all tied to this game show, which you wouldn't really call it that considering the fact you've got people who have guns in it and stuff like that. So you say it's more like an arena. And Phil, despite his job being within the category of a white-collar one, he is a contestant, and he can actually use those weapons pretty goddamn well, even though it's stuff like boxing gloves and stuff like that, like them kind of cartoon boxing gloves with the spring attached to them. I definitely think it is a really, really fun game, and because I've completed it with a melee run shows I've had a lot of, fun in it. So, really good, it's got a tutorial, and it's also got this about thing that actually tells you the story and everything, and also it's got credits as well. So yeah, I like how the developer's done this main menu. I do like it, tutorial about, but I do think the main menu should have, maybe, it should look a bit more, have more stuff to it, I think. Because it is quite minimal, but minimal might be good, but definitely improve this main menu a little bit. Be nice with more of a background and everything, I think. That would be pretty cool. But overall, it's got a lot of good stuff in it. And one thing I like to say, the game definitely should have difficulty settings, because first time I did play this game, it is fairly difficult, because it is a roguelike, it makes sense. It makes sense it'll be difficult, with all the bullet hell kind of stuff. But definitely add difficulty settings. It would be funny if you guys actually did what Wolfenstein and Doom do. Like, they have the insulting difficulty things. Because one thing I did mention about this game is the game has a lot of really, really good, amusing and humorous things to it. Literally, the people you're fighting in it literally have, British stereotypical kind of costumes. One of them's wearing, one of them post boxes, and another one's got, one's a Queen's Guard, one's a Bobby. It's all pretty funny. I really like it. And Chavs as well. I don't know if they're spraying spray paint at me or vape, but it is a lot of humour is in this game, especially with the scoring in the game, because the scoring at the very end, it has a really funny little joke score that you never get any points in, but it's really funny. I'll even show you guys that in a bit. It's something like saying you have muscle strength 0, something like that, really stupid. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to play Phil. And it's nice to have a few sound effects. And first thing you spawn, you can see his arms, dislocated onto that wall. Okay. But yeah, we're going to have to fight all these bobbies. We're going to spar them. There we go. But yeah. So this is the game. It's got a really nice UI, and I also like how it's got power-ups as well. Those are really fun. And I like how the health literally is the word health, and each letter is a part of the health. I think that's really cool. And I also like how the way the game works and how you use the weapon. You will literally point your mouse and its arm will move towards it. I like games that have that kind of dynamic to it. It's not just me facing a certain direction. I can actually move my arm around. I think that's really cool. But yeah, the UI looks really nice. So we've got the timer here. We've got, this is basically how the way the game works, is each of these rounds we have to beat everybody up before the timer and get to the exit. And then these upgrade places where you can upgrade the weapon you have. And one thing I like to say, the weapon you should upgrade in this game is definitely this one right here. The extendo glove, which is basically a cartoon glove. I don't have enough for it, but it is a really good weapon. I managed to just use it in one round because I upgraded it. Well, not one round, an entire game I managed to complete. I did a melee-only run. But before we do that and show how strong it is, let's first go to a new gun instead and show you guys what gun we might get. The donkey kick. And the first thing when I saw this gun, I was like, why don't they make a marksman rifle called a donkey punch? But then when I saw the upgrade called it the donkey punch, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I do like all these jokes. Though somewhat immature, I do find it pretty funny. And another thing I did not mention is if you right-click, you teleport, which the developer calls a dash. And this is a really cool mechanic because it means if the timer is like very close to ending, I can simply teleport directly onto the exit. I can also teleport around enemies if they're shooting stuff at me. Now, speaking of the people we're fighting, we've got all these stereotypes, as I mentioned. We've got these bobbies, we've got these chavs, and like I said, I don't know if they're spraying spray paint at me or if that's vape. What are they spraying at me? We've got these guys in post boxes that are just shooting letters everywhere. I have some ideas for some more enemies for this game. How about we have some FC fans, some football fans, and they've got like the FC t-shirt and they lob glass bottles at you. Now that would be a great enemy. Or yeah, they throw pints of lager at you. That's even better. They throw pints of lager at you. Or why don't we add an enemy? Why did the developer add an enemy that? Let me think. So we got footballers. Cricketers, yes, cricketers. Guys with cricket bats. Yeah, that's very British. And why not, I don't know, Harry Potter is an enemy, because almost every single, like, British stereotype regarding media is something like Harry Potter, Downton Abbey, Benedict Cumberbatch, stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just keep going with the British stereotype stuff, it's really funny. I like it. Oh, I missed all my stuff. But yeah, I'm really liking this game. Oh yeah, speaking of boss stereotype, why not the final boss is just a giant pair of messed up teeth? And yeah, later on you guys are gonna love this. There's literally an enemy that shoots a crumpet at you, it's pretty funny. But yeah, let's just go past all the stereotypes. So what else do I like about the game? Well, I like the difficulty. Difficulty is really nice. Like, I always like a game that, you know, I actually fail at, because I don't always like playing games that are really easy. This game is one that I do fail at sometimes, well, a lot of the time. The only time I managed to complete it was my melee only run, because the melee weapon is the best weapon in the game. Because I do like how you can literally hit the actual projectiles themselves, and just get rid of them. Like, that is a really good mechanic I like. Plus, the fact I can just use melee weapon means the game has a lot of replayability, because, like, what if you don't want to use these guns? Although this gun is amazing. It's literally, this gun has a text-to-speech sound effect that makes it sound like it's swearing. Well, it does swear, but that's really cool. I like it. It's really funny. I do notice sometimes Phil just spasms sometimes like that with these animations. God. This is such a good gun. You guys hear that? It's such a good gun. There's another, like, when you upgrade this one, it's not called the Blunder Cuss anymore, it's called the Blunder FU, I think. Like, why does Phil sometimes twitch like that? Is it lagging a bit when I shoot this? I think it does lag a little bit when you shoot it. But yeah, me trying to talk to you guys and play at the same time is making me play even worse than I am. So let's just go straight to the melee build, because the melee build is fantastic. Also, this is what I'm on about, the funny thing. You see how it says extra points for playing well, 0. That is funny. I like that. I like how the scoring is... Speaking of scoring as well. Well, I like how the scoring is funny, but now, my next point, I should not get ahead of myself. I like about scoring in these roguelike games because obviously, seeing that when I die, I don't actually have any save files or anything like that, it is always good to have a purpose of that game, and scoring is definitely one of the purposes of a roguelike game, and I do love getting like scores in these games. It's very fun. It makes you always want to get another score, like a one that's even better, you know what I mean? That's why roguelike games are really fun. But yeah, let's just do a melee only build. I completed it melee only, just to show you guys that it is a really good way to play. Or to complete the game. But yeah, I just really like being really like aggressive in games like this. Like, the teleport is really cool like this, but it's really good when you can just run into them and just spar them out. That's what us British people always do. We're like always doing bar fights, glass bottles, knives. Add a knife as a weapon, a knife, and spell it knife. Spell it as knife. It's a butter knife. Well, I'm just laughing and just ignoring damage because I'm just laughing at these stupid British related humour. I have a brilliant idea for a weapon. A giant ciggy. A giant ciggy that shoots smoke. Now that's a good weapon. Alright, let's get this glove and make. Let's show you guys how upgrading works. Here we go. Now we've got the Super Bopper. This is going to be excellent for sparring them out. You do even the spinning thing when you whack. You spin it before you whack them. I need to stop laughing and actually concentrate. But yeah, I am having the fun in this game. It is a really good little fun game. But I think there are a few bugs I have noticed in it though. I will show you guys later on after we've actually completed this run of the game. Also, one thing about doing melee only, it's really good because you don't have to worry about upgrading the guns at all. You just have to upgrade your melee and, well, just get loads of coins and get loads of hearts. You don't have to, you know, you basically won't die as long as you don't run straight into people. Yeah, these are guys that shoot crumpets at you. I think the enemy I don't like because they literally can snipe you with crumpets. It's pretty annoying when they can just snipe you. But it adds difficulty, it adds an enemy type, like that's the bane of me that, you know, I like it when the games have difficulty. And yeah, I do like that the game's pixelated. I do love 2D pixelated games. But you see how aggressive I am? Come here. Come here, blood. The Queen's Guards. I'm not making way for no Queen's Guards. You see, I'm on round 6. I've got so much money. This is such a good gun. Not good gun. It's a fist. It's not a gun at all. But you know what I mean? It's so good. Well, that's weird. That's one thing I'm not too keen on, is when the roof... It's that's like a graphical issue than anything else. Well, it's preference. I just don't like it when I can't see the full sprite. It looks really... You know, it doesn't look right when a sprite's like that. When, like, it's beneath the roof. But I think that's just preference for me. I just don't like when you know, it looks like that. Anyway, back to the game, having fun. Yay! But yeah, other enemies you can add. Maybe add like a Doctor Who style enemy. Well, when I was on about Downton Abbey, why not just make someone with really posh clothes? But what would they do though? What would they do? Because they've got to have some effect. Like a Harry Potter enemy would obviously have a wand. Downton Abbey. What would they have? I don't know, let's not think too hard about that. Because we need something that's funny and get straight to the point. Funny. Like, big, gigantic pair of British teeth. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, so, anything else to talk about the game? Well, I want to talk about the other weapons. So we've got the, so first of all, we have, one of the first weapons I used in this was the bouncer, which is a gun that basically shoots super balls. You know, things that basically bounce everywhere. And there's the blundercuss we've used, which is a blunderbuss that, yeah, it plays swear words done for like a text-to-speech, as well as actually works like a proper blunderbuss slash shotgun. Then there's also the donkey kick, which is a sniper rifle, and it has like a lot. What I like about the guns in this game, the knockback on them, it is a really fun mechanic, which I really like. There's this. It reminds me of that game. What's it called? It's like that war simulator game, that really silly war, like that really over-the-top war simulator game. And how they, when they shoot, they'll be sent flying backwards and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of that. And I really like the use of knockback. Plus, it also adds some difficulty and makes you think about when to use guns, because there's pits you can fall down, like here, and you don't want to fall down these pits. But yeah, I do like how the level literally is like a British street, and I even like the how it looks like, oh, there's London Underground signs. And also, when you go near a crossing, the crossing actually lights up, and that's a cool attention to detail, that the actual crossing lights up when you go near it. Like, I really like that. But the game does lag a bit when you, I think, when you punch a lot. But when you just kill loads of enemies, it does lag a little bit, I think. I'm not too sure. I think it lags a little bit. But you can punch enemies through objects, which is pretty funny. If I should just go near a column, I could literally just wait for them to go near it. They can't shoot through it, but I can punch them straight through it. Like this. But yeah, don't really think that's really a bug, because I don't see how you really use that well. Well, yeah, you can use it a few times to punch him through the column. Should I label that as a bug? Can you do it upwards as well? Let's just get here. Okay, you can. Stop shooting me. Oh. Get here. It's not really an issue, I don't really think, considering the fact there'll just be a lot of enemies around you, so it's not really that useful, but don't know whether just to tell the developer about that, I don't know. But we win! We win the game. Children punched. Okay, let's see if this happens. Okay, let's press yes. Alright, loading works. But there is sometimes a bug where loading does not work. But yeah, let's go through some glitches and some problems now. Okay. So, we need to find a very specific round, like, level. Is it this one right here? No, it's not. It's in a car park, but it's in a very specific one. Wait, does it actually pick it up with the thing? I don't know if it does. I don't know. Need to find that car park. Oh, almost fell off the edge. But yeah, I definitely think the this melee is probably one of the best weapons, to be honest. Like the bouncer, I haven't upgraded it yet. I might try upgrading it and see if it works a lot better. But regular bouncer does not that much damage when there's a lot of enemies around. So... But I'll try upgrading it and see how much damage it does if I do get it. Here we go. So, you see where this roof is? We need to kill these enemies first before we do anything. Oh, I'm gonna die, aren't I? I don't want to die before I actually show you guys this glitch. Well, it's just a slight problem. It's not like a major, like, glitch or anything. We've got one more health, so I can actually show you guys. Okay. There is, like, a collision problem. Here we are. You see how there's, like, nothing there, but we collide with something. I don't see anything here, but you collide with it. So that is a problem. I don't know why there's something here to collide with. Like, is it just that part? Is there another part that does that as well? So it's just that part. So yeah, there's like a weird collision thing here. Like, what is that? Like, this makes me think of a trolley. Like a trolley thing. So I wonder if there's supposed to be like a trolley, or was supposed to be a trolley here, but you can't see the actual sprite or anything. I don't know what it is. I can't see anything. But that seems to be an issue that needs to be solved. And also there's a problem that sometimes when the game loads, sometimes it doesn't load at all, or I don't know if it just takes a really long time to load. But let's see if that happens. I don't know if it requires you to die for it to happen, so let's just try that. I'm just gonna jump off. How many partners you probably had? Yes. Okay. Oh, I just hit the table. Let's try this a few more times. Ouch. Okay, let's see if we can get the loading problem to happen. What the hell? What's this say? Plus 100 for every tear that you will be shed at your funeral. 0. Okay. Why is it not happening? I remember a few times the loading sometimes did that. Wait, did I not take any damage that time? Okay, I'm taking damage now. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see if the loading problem happens. We're going to keep doing this over and over again until it actually happens. Points for every real life friend. Wow. I do love these little jokes. They are pretty funny. Do they require you to actually be hit? Let's see if this loading bug actually happens. Oh, it's not happening. Do I need to get far into the game actually to do it? Alright, let's see if we can do this a little bit further. I might show you guys some of the other weapons while we do that then. I might be able to show you guys some maybe bugs with the other weapons. Wait, what? Wait, is that... Oh, that's a wall, right? Wait, what? Oh, it just went on the very edge of it. That's what happened. I thought they were... He was like... just flying above that gap for a sec. I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's get a new gun. Okay, we got the donkey kick. Okay, good. Good, we got the donkey kick. Need to upgrade that to the donkey punch. I still think that's such a hilarious name for this gun. But let's use it. But yeah, it's a sniper, so it does a lot of damage. But still, the melee is still the best thing compared to this. This does two-shot, kind of like the melee. So it's not as weak as the bouncer, although I don't know. As I said, I haven't upgraded the bouncer. The bouncer might be really good if you upgrade it. I need to try that. I need to try the bouncer. Okay, let's see if we can... Because sometimes I've managed to go into the wall with this thing. I feel like sometimes the knockback does that. But I don't know if it requires like an object to do so. I want to see if it can actually happen again. Ow. But I need to see if I can actually go through, push through a wall with this thing. Because I don't know if it did happen, because I don't know if it was simply one of these chasms that looked like a wall. But I'm sure one time I managed to push myself through a wall with it. Because it has this really strong knockback on it. So that's what I was thinking might have caused it. Oh, that one-shots! Wait, is that because it's like the very start of the round, so I can like... Or is that because I had a power-up? It might be because I don't know, I need to notice, I've got to talk to you guys as well as play this, sometimes I just miss things. Oh god. He's shooting crumpets at me. Oh. Oh hell, finally. Okay. Right, we need to find an object or something that we can... Because I remember one time I managed to push myself close to the wall because there was an object near it as well. Oh, don't do that. Maybe like this? Is there the, is that UFO thing around here? Might have gone past it. Do we have a UFO on here? Upgrade UFO? No? I might as well get some health. Be at round 6 with the donkey kick. Okay. Oh god. Ooh. Just see if I could wallbang people with it. So there's a kind of an edge where you probably can punch around them. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I only have like... Oh, there's a thing here as well. Okay, good. But yeah, I like this weapon. It's really good. It has a... It does fairly good amount of damage. compared to like the bouncer. But the blundercuss is also a very good weapon because you can spam it a lot, which is really fun. And because it plays them swear word sounds. It's really funny. I think I did record myself playing it, so if it did happen, I might actually be able to, might have recorded it. So yeah, if we don't see that problem in this version, or in this playthrough, oh god, I need to get to the exit really quickly. If we don't see that in this video, and if it did really occur, I would put it at the very end of the video. But I don't know if it did, if it actually could push you through walls. I'm not too sure. It can. One time I did manage to push myself up into the wall, like a little bit, because there was an object next to me. That, you know, there's an object like right near the wall that allowed me to do it. But actually pushed me straight for the wall. I can't remember if it was actually a regular wall or if it was one of them drop-off like areas and pits like that. So I will have to probably see if I can find it happen. But a summary, I really like the... have I ever mentioned anything that the developer should improve? Well, I have mentioned the main menu. Should definitely be improved. Maybe... Well, yeah, add more levels. Like, this is just British streets, and we need to add a bit more levels. Why not a Buckingham Palace level or something? Like, make it like... There's a level that is based on Buckingham Palace. Coronation Street set. British Coronation Street set. Just something really funny. And doesn't this show need to have a very British name to it? Like, I don't know, what would be a very British name for a show? Like, let's like game show. What should they call it? In universe, should they call it Crumpet Combat? Should they call it Buttered Battle? What other British things you call it? What about some kind of, what do they call them? Like gentleman, chap, governor, what to call it? You just something that's really British sounding name. Butter Battle, Crumpet Combat, Buttered Battle. I don't know. I've got to play the game and come up with more good things about it than rather come up with stupid names. I had an idea earlier on, I was thinking of it, but I forgot it. I keep doing this. Chap Combat. That could work. Chap Combat. Or just British Battle. Yeah, just call it British Battle. Like that just makes sense. British Battle. But yeah, things I like about the game. I like... already mentioned, I really like how it's a pixelated 2D game. I like the Well, I like how the weapons are. Like, I like how one's literally just like a boxing glove with a spring, the cartoonish thing. Like, I like just all these, that's really cool. Like, one literally shoots, super balls. I need to get the bouncer. I need to show you guys what it's like. But it's kind of like what you expect out of a game show. Like, I believe you should add a weapon that's one of them. Have you ever... Is the show called Gladiator where they have, like, the... it's like almost like a double-sided lightsaber, but it's, like, made out of foam. Not foam, but it's made out of that material that... You know, it's, like, two massive, like... Almost this soft material, what they make most, like, game show props out of. It's like a... two-sided, like, it's like a mace or like a... Them gladiator stick things. Two-sided gladiator sticks. That's what I'm on about. You should have one of them as well. That'll be really fun. But I just want to make that loading thing happen, because it's not happening right now. Or do I have to spam it? Wait, was it because I spammed it? Okay, it was not because of that. Oh, I've got out the game. Restart level. What if I just gotta keep doing that? Can I full screen again? There we go. Alright, I just need to make it so that bug happens, because there is a loading bug. Anyway, other good things about the game. I like the UI. I like how it's a very humorous game. I like... Oh, is it happening now? Please be the bug. Alright, how long is this gonna load for? Alright, I might as well speak to you guys while this bug happens. I think it's a bug. I'll leave it to see if it does eventually load, but yeah, I like the UI, I like the game's got a tutorial, I like how the game's got stuff like that teleport mechanic, I like it's got power-ups, I like the British, humour. I've already mentioned the humour, but I really like that. I like the game's got difficulty, but... Improvements, the game's main menu should be improved. Definitely add a bit more levels to it, like a Buckingham Palace level, or other British themed things like maybe a soap, like, you know, like Coronation Street, EastEnders, kind of like a British like neighbourhood like that, or something like that. Well, those are British streets. Yeah, those are British streets. That kind of goes that anyway. A rural area, I don't know. Farmers with flat caps shooting with their assault shotguns, I don't know. Something even more British. More British levels. But yeah. And they should definitely add like difficulty settings and just settings in general. You should just add actual more settings in general. There is a sound setting I've noticed. But definitely add, I don't know, control settings maybe and stuff like that. But yeah, this game, the loading is messed up. So this is a major bug right here. So I have to note that down in Jira. Can I go out of this? Let's refresh this. So that is a bug. I don't know if that's the game itself or it's because it's in the browser. Also, I like it because it's in the browser because I don't have to download it. I do find it annoying I have to unmute it though, but that's mainly because it's in a browser. It's not the actual game's fault, really. Definitely would like it when it's actually got a download to it. Also, one thing to mention about the main menu, I like how he waves when you do that, when you click. That's pretty funny, I like that. But I think that is enough of us playing this game. It's really fun, I really like it. I hope the developers got enough feedback from this video. So any other improvements before I end? Well, add some music. And I don't know, maybe add some voice lines with some funny British, I don't know, things like the Bobby say stuff, the You know, very British stuff like hello chaps. You like how like very regular shows, hello governor. That's just like how shows always do that. Like I remember watching Regular Show in that episode. You know, just really British stereotypical things. But yeah. Definitely add a lot more cool, funny British enemies, levels. I think that's what makes this game really good. It is humorous. But yeah. Any other improvements? Well, if I do find any of them bugs I was on about, like, obviously this one here, where you can't really see what you're going into. I'm sure I got a video of me going through something, going through a wall with a mule gun. It also sometimes has that spasm sometimes, I don't know what that is. But I'm sure there is a problem where I managed to get through a wall, but if it didn't happen or I didn't record it, I would not put the footage at the very end. So either I thought it was a pit that had bricks at the bottom of it that I thought was a wall. I don't know. But anyway, this has been Goony124 playtesting Phil. Thank you guys for watching. Or let's see if this actually can push me through a wall. It can push you through a sign. Okay, wait, so if I'm a little bit away from the wall, would it push me through it? There we go, I pushed myself into a wall. Can I push myself even further? Oh, please let me push me through all the way. Please, 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 please. Am I getting pushed even further? I don't know. Ah, I wanted to do it, but as you can see, you can push yourself into walls.